Hello, welcome to my channel, A Book Forest. My name is Kim, and today I'm going to be doing a tag. It's called New Year, New Me, and I was tagged by Matt from Random Reading Pathways, so thank you for that. I'll link his channel down below. So it's a few questions about your goals for 2025 mostly, and they all have like a prompt. So the first one is fears. What is one book from your 2025 reading list goals that scares you? It does not scare me. I don't really have books that scare me per se. Like, if I choose to read them, it's because I would like to read them. But there is one that I'm not sure I'll be able to get to, and that is The Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky. I really would like to read it this year. It is on my list, but it's very big and dense, I would say. So with my current situation with the young kids and full-time job and stuff, I don't know if I'll be able to get to it this year. Hopefully after I finish my other classic, I can start that one. So the second one is patience. What is the one book on your 2025 reading goals you want to start immediately? Well, the one I would like to start very, very quickly is this one. It's Tower of Thorns by Juliette Marillier. I've read the first book in this trilogy. It's a trilogy called Blackthorn and Grimm. And I read the first book last year around May or June. And I waited too long. I want to read this one. I don't know why I waited so long to start it, because I really enjoyed the first book. She's one of my favorite authors. I've read Seven Waters by her and loved it. So I really want to get into it very quickly. So that's probably going to be in my TBR soon. It's lovely. It's set in medieval Ireland, and it has the Fae people, the Tuatha De Danann, and it has like a witches and things like that. It's great. Very atmospheric. And then the third question is growth. What book last year pushed you to reflect and or grow as a reader? I would say for that one it would be The Berry Pickers by Amanda Peters. I will link the review I did about that book down below. It's a book that's more literary fiction, contemporary mostly, like set in the very near past. So it's not usually what I read. That's going out of my comfort zone. I think makes me grow as a reader. So I try to do that once in a while. So yeah, that book. New paths. Question 4. What is one author you plan to try for the first time in 2025? There's a few. I don't really plan my reading that much in advance, but there is one I would like to try this year. It's Andy Weir. I own all of his books, so I should probably read them eventually. I think most people really like these two, and not so much this one. So just for that reason, I would be intrigued to read that one first. I don't know why I would do that, but I don't think that's one of his best, but maybe I'd start with that. Otherwise, I think I would lean towards this one. Every time I hear about it, I shut my ears because I don't want any spoilers. So it's time to read it. I'm afraid to get spoiled on this, so I probably will read that one first. 5. Self-care. What is one book and or series you revisit for comfort? There's a few. The Lord of the Rings, obviously. I've read The Hobbit and The Silmarillion last year, so I'm probably gonna read those by audiobook this year, by the narration by Andy Serkis. I don't know exactly when, not right now, but yeah, I'm probably gonna reread those for the probably double digits time. I think I've read those 15 times or something. Yeah. And there's a couple more. There's this series. It's a French series, but I think some of the books have been translated in English, and it's Angélique by Anne Gollon. and it's really wonderful. It's historical fiction set in the time of Louis the 14th in France. It starts at the beginning of his reign, when he's at the front, like when there's like the civil war, and it goes like all the way to probably near the end. So it's the main character is Angélique. She's a beautiful woman who starts out as a kid, but she's very, very beautiful and spirited and unconventional. So the original leading lady, like it was written in the I want to say the 50s or something, the 60s. So uh, yeah, but it's lovely, and it's so well researched. Like the author knew about this time period so well, and she goes from France and she goes all the way to Canada, Quebec today, and the US. So yeah, she covers a lot of territory, and it's a great love story as well. So I also enjoy that. And finally, one of my ultimate comfort reads is Lucy Maud Montgomery. Of course, Anne of Green Gables, but there's so many more things that she's written. For example, she's written this standalone, which is my personal favorite. It's called Jane of Lantern Hill, also about a young girl, and she's not an orphan, but she's a child of divorce. Her parents don't speak. She doesn't even know if she has a father. She thinks her father is dead. But one day he sends a letter and says, "Come to Prince Edward Island to visit me." And a lot of her growing into her own comes from that. It's so lovely. And of course, it's a love letter to Prince Edward Island, which is a lovely place. There's also this one is a duology, The Story Girl. It's also about a very spirited young girl and a family. It's about a family, cousins playing together, the little joys of life in the country. Beautiful. And also The Blue Castle, which is another standalone, mostly also a coming of age sort of, but it's an older woman. She's what, 29, and she's kind of a spinster and repressed, and then she kind of learns that she's gonna die, so she says the hell with it, and she does whatever she wants. And then Emily of New Moon, which is a trilogy. So yeah, those are all great. So if you've read Anne of Green Gables and you want to go, they're all good. My favorite author. Then question 6, Forging Ahead. What is your favorite debut book or first book in a series you read last year? Well, that's an easy. It's a debut and also a first book in a series. It's The Summer Tree, first book in the trilogy by Guy Gabriel Kay. I did a review of this as well, so I link it down below. This was my favorite book of the year. Oh, if it's a trilogy, but yeah. So question 8, Breaking Walls. Bonus. Do you have a non-book related goal? Oh, sorry, I skipped one. Question 7, goals. Do you have a specific reading goal or challenge for the year ahead? Yes, it's the only reading goal I have is to read all of Guy Gabriel Kay's books, the other ones I haven't read in this year, so one per month. So I also have a video about that because I enjoyed his debut so much. I want to read everything else he's written, so that's the current read this month. And then bonus question, do you have a non-book related goal for 2025 you would like to share? I don't really set goals, but like definite goals, but I have one that's always constant. It's time management. Because I have a family that I want to spend time with. I have a job, of course. I know I have set hours, so that's okay. I have a house I have to take care of. I have my parents I want to see sometimes. Hobbies I want to do, like reading. So yeah, time management. Sometimes you let time get away from you and you can't accomplish everything you wanted. It's nice to relax, but I want to be more conscious about it. So maybe scroll a bit less and watch a bit less YouTube and read more. And yeah, so that's about it for the questions. Now it's time to do teamwork. 9, tag others. I'm gonna tag Mark from Book Ramble because he's always tagging me, so now I'm tagging you. And Jenny Jables, so I'll link them down below as well. Watch their channels; they're really good. So thank you, and see you next time.